Some of you may be wondering why we're recording on a Tuesday as opposed to a Wednesday. But due to extenuating circumstances, I gotta come in and get something off my shoulder. Or off my shoulders, whatever. Last night, I saw what can only be described as the most embarrassing regular season loss that I have ever witnessed as a sports fan. The New York Yankees came into the south side of Chicago in a dead heat for the AL East with the Baltimore Orioles, the White Sox, who are considered by many to possibly be the worst team in Major League Baseball history. And they lost 12-2 while leaving a small country on the bases. And before we get into the theatrics, because don't worry, they're coming. I just gotta read something. A quote.
The floor is yours.
A quote from Alex Verdugo. From Chris Kirchner of The Athletic, who's a solid reporter.
Yep.
I follow him. He's cool.
Okay, proceed.
I asked Alex Verdugo if tonight served as a wake-up call for the Yankees, and this is the quote. No, I just think it's a normal day. Another day where it just happens that we're on the tough side of it. It's baseball, right?
That was the quote?
You can't... Well, there's more after that. The team that you are playing came in at 28-91, widely considered to be the worst team to ever set foot on a Major League Baseball field, and you gave up 12 runs on 18 hits and got run out of the stadium! You didn't just lose. That's bad enough. Yeah. Losing is bad enough, but you got eviscerated. You looked like you didn't even belong. You're a team that masquerades as a World Series contender, and you just lost to one of the worst teams ever assembled by 10 runs.
Just another.
And
thing.
it gets worse. Oh no! That gets bad, and that's bad enough. Everything
bad.
I said is bad enough.
Bad.
But
okay.
This is the season high run total for the White Sox.
12 runs.
They had a WRC plus as a team
of
coming into this game
of
73. Nobody in that starting lineup had a WRC plus above 100. And they just dropped 12 runs on 18 hits.
18.
I have never seen it get this bad. Never. You do not chalk this up to just baseball, Susan. It's not. It's an indictment on the lackadaisical carelessness that this manager and this regime has allowed to permeate and perpetuate year after year in that clubhouse. To minimize every single little bad thing as just a fluke and to maximize your successes, however few there are, as the truth. It's either everything's a fluke or nothing is. And this I don't care what happens after this. They can go on a 15-game winning streak. I don't care. This team is winning nothing. Everybody on that roster should be ashamed of themselves. Nobody on that team has any right to swing a bat or wear a glove or throw a pitch ever again. The one thing those guys should be doing is looking for the job listing at their nearest Wendy's.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Are we? This is, I've never, and it gets worse. It gets worse.
How does it get worse than that?
No.
Give me the numbers. Give me more
gets
numbers.
Absolutely worse. From Katie Sharp, who John Boy Media Talking Yanks affectionately call Queen of Stats. Yeah. Katie Sharp.
The Katie Sharp.
Great account to follow. Really, really cool. Yankees. Second time in franchise history, they had 20 or more base runners and scored 2 or fewer runs in a 9-inning game.
2.
The last time they did that, September 6th, 1912. 1912!
That was the year the Titanic sank, yes. 1912.
The First World War hadn't even started! The Ottoman Empire was still reigning large! That is how far back you have to go to see an exercise in futility from this franchise. They hadn't won a single one of those 27 world championships that they love to jam down your throat to distract you from the utter abomination, the corporate embarrassment that this team has become in the last 15 years. This should get everybody, I mean everybody, fired. But it won't. All of these guys are going to stay here for the next few years because they don't care. They're fine with this. They view this as just another day. It's not. They could win these next 2 games in this series by a combined 25 runs. It doesn't matter. This is easily the biggest black eye on this failure of an experiment with Boone and Cashman and Judge and Stanton and Cole and everybody. This is as low as it gets. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that this is rock bottom for this group. This is rock bottom for this core. God.
So only one way to go from here then, right?
God damn it.
only one way to go from here, right?
They didn't just hit bedrock. They broke it and they're in the void. They're in the void. That's how bad this is.
Yeah.
They left
right.
an entire colony.
Let's get some more numbers
bases.
here. Team runners in scoring position 2 for 18. Left on base. Team left on is 16.
That sounds about right. Yep.
Walks 11 walks. 11 walks. You scored 2 runs. 11 walks. 11. Double digits.
Need me to
11 walks.
Do you need me to elaborate how bad that is?
11 walks.
Look at it.
White Sox had 2 errors, by the way. Yeah, these numbers are ridiculous.
They were begging us to beat them.
Numbers are ridiculous.
Gavin Sheets came into this game with a WRC plus of 85, and he got 4 hits.
He did, went 4 for 5.
And drove
4 RBIs.
4 runs. I think he had 3 doubles.
4 RBIs.
Nobody in that their highest OPS in that lineup was 702.
702.
And they dropped 12 runs on you.
702, is that below league average?
Yes,
I believe
yes,
that.
yes. I said nobody in that lineup had a WRC plus above 100. Dude, if you're on the Yankees, you really got to question how much you like baseball after that. Nobody's making you do this.
A couple more
the
numbers.
Chicago White Sox.
They're 1-24 in the last 25 games.
And you just got laughed off the field.
12-game home losing streak.
They were winless. No, another stat. On Mondays, before last night, they were 0-14.
0-14
on Mondays. They hadn't won
They've
a
never
single
won.
game on a Monday until the biggest losers in baseball came into town and showed them how it's done.
Got shellacked. So White Sox are now 29-91. 29-91.
I can absolutely believe that. I would say I can't, but I can.
29-91. These are very lopsided numbers. For a win percentage of 242.
I can't. 242. Oh my God. No team had lost to them by 10 or more runs going into that game. Last night and this morning when I was on Twitter searching through everything, because, I prepared for this, in case you can't tell. I came in a little more prepared.
I noticed.
And organized.
I noticed.
Every single thing I read about this, it looked worse and worse and worse. Can you think of a regular season loss from the Orioles that in a situation that they're currently in, where they're expected to win?
Well,
has
first
it
of all,
been that bad?
They haven't been in the situation very often in the last, say.
No. But you remember times where the 90s, the 2010s, that there were times where the Orioles were.
Sure. I mean, there's 88 when they went 0-21 to start the season. Most recently, the biggest black eye was the 30-3 loss against the Texas Rangers in the first game of a doubleheader on August 22nd, 2017. 2007.
But were the Orioles
no, they were not
good?
No, they're awful.
Exactly. It's like if the Yankees were 20 games below, if the Yankees were 20 games below 500, I'd be like, okay,
sure.
I wouldn't even be paying attention.
No, they're awful.
Right
but
now.
Still, losing 30-3 is not.
And
awesome.
You were talking about the Orioles going on a 21-game losing streak. The Yankees just lost to a team that was 3 days removed from going on one of those.
That's true. Well, they're on the upswing. I mean, listen, maybe their players aren't the best, but we're in the Grady Sizemore era now. New manager, Grady Sizemore, former Cleveland Indian great.
Dude, Grady Sizemore had
great player.
Dude, he had a couple
I was scared of him.
He had a couple years where he was a top 5 player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, he was so good.
For sure. Well, he's bringing that winning attitude to the White Sox. Unfortunately, it came at the wrong time when they played against the tied for first place Yankees, and now
dude, they still
knows?
suck, dude. They're gonna lose 14 of their next 15 after this series ends. And here's the thing, it could get worse. The Yankees have Nestor Cortez out there tonight, who's been horrendous.
I mean, so bad they tried to trade him. Yes,
who's been
tried to trade him. Unsuccessful.
Who's been horrific.
Yeah,
in his last few starts, it could get worse. It could definitely get worse, and I think it is going to get worse. Why should I believe that the Yankees are going to win tonight?
I don't know.
I just want to come in. I just want to come in here today so I could get my real emotions of this game out.
I appreciate that. I thought the Yankees had a pretty easy schedule for the rest of the month.
Which, of course, they're wasting it.
Most of these
losing a series to the Angels at Yankee Stadium. I didn't even get to that. I'm like, but nothing that they've done in the last 100 or so games matters. This one game right here, I'm legitimately considering not watching a single game for the rest of the year after that.
Yeah, I mean those.
I'm considering it.
Wow.
I'm considering just dropping everything.
What made you watch last night?
Well, they
have nothing better. I mean,
they just came up, dude. I don't go out.
All right. I mean, it was really nice. I thought maybe you'd be out golfing last night.
Okay, I did golf yesterday.
Okay, cool.
I golfed yesterday, then I got back. I didn't play too well either, so but that was another.
You ever thought about taking these frustrations out on the golf course? I'm sure. I mean, add
every time I hit the ball,
50 yards to your drives.
But every time I hit the ball hard, it slices.
Oh well. I mean, you just started, so that's a pretty common problem.
Yeah,
for almost every golfer.
I'm playing 36 this weekend at a
36.
nice course in Vermont. So
whoa, all right.
no, with the mountains,
Yeah,
and stuff. Like if you've ever been to Vermont, I assume you.
I've driven through Vermont. It's very nice. Very nice.
Like my family, we're typical New Jersey people. We have like
you head north to the Vermont mountains.
They like my
vacation.
family owns a house in Vermont.
Nice.
So you just go up there. And
Can you isolate yourself out there? Is there access to the Yes network?
Unfortunately, there is internet. Unfortunately,
can you unplug it and maybe just tune out?
Unfortunately, there is internet in Vermont.
I mean,
however few.
Okay.
Like there's not a lot of it, but there's internet.
I mean, yeah. May I suggest maybe unplugging it for the weekend? Maybe putting your phone on airplane mode, maybe, and just enjoying life without crushing defeats from the Yankees and last place teams. I imagine if they did lose these next two and they got the Tigers this weekend, which they're not doing great.
They just lost by 10 to the White Sox. They can lose to anybody.
Yes.
They can and will lose to anybody. They got a series at Yankee Stadium against the Colorado Rockies next weekend. That could be bad.
Could be. And the Guardians, who are not exactly red hot right now, but apparently the Yankees are streak breakers, so that this could be interesting.
I can't.
Now, granted, if you look at the last 40 games for the last few top teams, no one's been playing outstanding.
I know, but
except for the Padres.
None of them have lost by 10 runs to the White Sox.
Yeah, it was basically
the White Sox.
Basically a quadruple A team at this point. Yes.
Not even quadruple A.
Okay, we'll get triple A, like 2.5 maybe. Yeah. Well, despite the crushing loss, still only half game off for first place.
I don't care, dude. I don't care. Like that's the nail in the coffin. I can't no matter what they do, I can't have faith in a team that does that.
I don't blame you.
I can't have faith. I'm not. I can't bring myself to believe in that.
It was pretty bad. Once you texted me last night, it's like, hey man, if the White Sox lose, can we record tomorrow? I started tuning in, and the Yankees could not drive anybody on. I mean, couple moments of note. Fourth inning, 2-on. Why is Alex Verdugo bunting?
It was part of that quote.
Oh, it was part of the quote. Yes. So
it was part of that quote that I stopped short on.
Alex Verdugo bunted on his own accord.
He said,
harmless pop up, boom.
Oh no, wait! It wasn't part of that quote, but he did say it was of his own volition.
Okay.
To lay that
why?
Bunt down. Because he's a moron.
Yeah. So sequence goes Volpe walk, LeMahieu walk, Verdugo bunt pops out softly to pitcher Guy Bush. So clearly the pitcher lost control.
And they didn't take advantage.
Alex Verdugo decides to bunt.
The Yankees are just bigger losers. I don't care what their record is. They're losers.
Yeah. Next sequence, Juan Soto grounds out. Aaron Judge intentionally walked. Giancarlo Stanton strikes out swimming. Awful top of the fourth. Couldn't have gone worse.
I can't. This is.
I mean, talk about unproductive out right there. Bunt.
It's
bunt.
It was pop outs.
Bunting them over like what?
Pop-ups.
Is trying to surprise bunt infield single. I don't. I cannot. I can't wrap my head around that move. And yeah, that. I mean, that was one of many bad plays. And yeah, they just couldn't drive anyone in. No matter, they couldn't buy. It was almost like they were throwing the game, but that was the other team in 1908 that was throwing games and didn't work out so well for them in the end.
I mean, they lost the series.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's too late. Scandal.
There are a ton of interesting theories about that.
Did you watch the whole game? You sat through the whole game?
I couldn't bring myself to watch the whole thing. I tuned out after like the 4th inning or the 5th.
Oh,
inning,
so you
and
missed the 6-run.
I was playing Minecraft with one of my
Okay.
friends, and then I opened Twitter and I saw that the White Sox scored 12 runs, and
Right.
I'm like, I started laughing. Like, I was uncharacteristically calm in the moment.
Okay.
I was way too calm.
I mean, you could.
And I told my friends,
Yes.
in quote,
Okay.
or not in quote, but I'd like paraphrasing it here. If I were to act out the way I felt at that moment, I would have to replace my monitor. I'd have to replace my TV.
Sure.
I'd have to replace my closet door, and I'd have to replace a ton of drywall.
Yes.
I would have been able. I had.
I mean,
I had enough
that-
Hulk energy to punch holes in my wall.
I mean, it would have been kind of awesome if you trashed your room before you went back to college, but you know,
Then my
your
mom,
poor,
my
your
mom,
poor mom would.
my
have
mom
to deal
would
with
get
that.
mad at me.
I mean, for
She'd
good
get
reason.
mad at me, and it would suck. And
Why did you?
I've gone the whole summer without making her mad at me.
That's good. All right. That's
But,
no small feat. That's no small feat.
wait. There's wood on the floor.
That's barely, but yeah, there is.
Like, but it's wood. It's more wood than this table, right? Like.
Oh no, this
table's
table's
plastic.
totally This is a beat up plastic table from Costco. Yeah.
Well, it costs. It's held up though.
For many years, yes, we podcasted on this table. So several years.
Costco's a good spot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, if they lose these next few games, you can come in and break it in half. I'll just get a new.
I would probably be I'd drop like a WWE elbow
Right.
on this thing.
That would get your frustrations out. Yeah, I suggest just hitting some golf balls though, man. Like just improving your swing. Like
But here's the thing, like I gotta swing easy. Every time I swing easy, that's when it goes straight.
Oh. Right.
The problem with my drive though is that I'm getting under the ball and I'm kind of popping it up.
Right. Where you just kind of want to line drive it, kind of.
Like yeah. It's like when I do hit it straight, oh my god, I hit this. It was on the final hole yesterday. I hit my drive,
Okay.
and it was mostly straight, but it veered like a tiny bit to the right. And I was then I'm like, all right, there we go, nice little tee shot to round things off, a little bit of a high note, poof, right into a fairway bunker, but it's generally flat.
All right.
Then I hit my next shot, I top it, basically into a further fairway bunker.
Okay.
And then I had a lane. I took my 6-iron and I top it. It couldn't have gotten more than 3 feet of elevation. It skips on the ground a little bit. It's heading toward another bunker.
Okay.
Toward near the hole that's on a bit of a hill near the green. I'm thinking, oh my god, I just need to skip off of that. Nope. Poof.
Right in.
Made a mini explosion of sand. And then I'm like,
It's like you were aiming for them. Almost.
that's what I need to do. I need to aim for the sand, and I won't hit it into the sand.
Probably a good idea. That might work. Might work. I mean, you could try to Happy Gilmore it too and see if if that works out for you.
Just line it up like a slap shot.
It's like a slap shot, yeah, for sure.
And I haven't shot at a hockey net since I was like 14 or like 16. I still have a net in my back, like a regulation size net in my backyard.
Oh, well, there you go.
I remember like back when I was in middle school, I would constantly like take net out to the driveway, just walk around,
Yeah,
take shots.
sink some orange balls into there, street hockey balls.
Oh, dude, those are the best.
Yeah, I love those.
I wish my college had an intramural floor hockey league.
Can you start one?
Maybe.
Do you have time to start one?
I don't know. I'm busy. I play Mario Kart.
Be awesome. The hardest part about getting your own street hockey stuff together, goalie. You need goalies. No one wants to be goalie. Well, sometimes you find that one guy that wants to. Then you gotta find the other guy, and then you can play. Someone willing to strap on the gear.
I don't know. Me and my co-host at WIUR, like Luke Dolan, him and I would be like the primo like duo for floor hockey at Iona University. I don't know, him as the defenseman, me as a nice little power forward.
Yeah.
I can
Just need goalies.
like
You don't get
I can
goalies-
stick handle all right for a person who's never played hockey before.
Yeah, you should start one.
I grew up watching Pavel Datsyuk highlights, so I can't believe I haven't ever gone on a tangent about how much I love Pavel Datsyuk on this podcast.
You have not yet.
No, it's like he's my favorite non-devil
Yeah,
of all time. Like his shootout moves.
yeah,
Also, he was just an all-around amazing player.
yeah. It's, 2 months till hockey, by the way. 2 months.
Thank God.
2 months until
my
we're
God,
either really happy.
I'm not relying on the Devils again.
No, well,
I'm not relying on that.
No,
Not
listen,
yet.
we've been let down before. Let the
Last
season
year.
play out and cautiously optimistic.
I do like Sheldon Keefe as a coach, though. I like what they've done.
The gone in a good direction. Can't wait preseason coming up. So, preseason coming up. All right. Well, who's on the hill tonight?
Nestor Cortez.
Oh, right. Okay. And who's pitching on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay. One more
care.
question. What's up with Luis Hill? Can you explain?
He can't throw strikes. He can't throw strikes. I don't understand. How hard is it? They're the worst team ever. Just put the ball in the strike zone.
That's what I was thinking.
He can't locate. He can't locate. Just locate. Locate your stuff.
He did only walk 2 guys.
From,
So
like, what the hell? I
be
mean, like,
fair.
he was at like 72 pitches through 3 innings.
he was, and finishing with 98
Okay.
in 4 innings. So that's a lot.
I can't.
That's a lot.
I can't with this.
His line: 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 1 home run allowed. ERA is sitting comfortably at 3.25. So, which is not bad, but he was a sub 2 for a while until the Orioles rocked him that one game, and it kind of went downhill from there. So you're welcome, I guess. But
Oh, man.
yeah. Well, I almost felt bad for you, but listen, I've gotten so many earfuls from Yankee fans over the last 20 years or so that I can't completely feel bad for you. Was I laughing? Not as hard as I would have in years past. But
Oh, man.
you hit a point where you also feel we've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe not this bad, but suffered some bad losses to bad teams. But this is one of the worst teams in a time where your team needs to be winning or not for my sake, but Orioles had an off day, so they end up going to get half game up in first place by doing nothing. So despite that, I think it's going to be a pretty tight race at the end. So you have that.
It's not.
Have that to look forward to. The Orioles are banged up.
You're not gonna catch
Orioles
me.
are banged up. So
You're not
hopefully,
gonna. Yeah.
worst case,
the Orioles are banged up, but the Yankees love losing.
worst case,
The Yankees
Red
love
Sox go on
losing.
some tear and overtake both teams. That's the worst.
That's
case.
that. I
That's the
think is
absolute
the
worst
most,
case.
That's the most.
And it could
likely.
happen.
That's the most likely case, in my opinion.
I shudder at that thought, especially now in mid-August when things or have been so good so far for the most part. Is this where it just collapses? It could. Baseball, man. But to be fair, the only team kind of really doing good right now is the Padres, who are on fire.
Yeah, dude, they're killing it. Dude, Jackson Merrill, Jerkson Profar. But let's look at the NL West. Oh man, dude, the Dodgers, that could get embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just realized my voice is gonna be hoarse
Yeah.
for the rest of the show.
And I give it to the D-backs, man. They've been hanging in there, so they're only 3.5.
Dude,
back
they
now.
won the
They're-
pennant last year. Like
They did
that's,
unexpectedly.
Although I
Yeah.
could tell Marte just got hurt. So
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, no one's really been great. I mean, Houston maybe, and the Brewers been decent, but should be an interesting race till the end. Should be interesting, for sure.
man,
Yeah, sorry, probably should have some aspirin here, maybe some smelling salts.
weed.
Yeah. Sure. We don't really have that here, but it's legal. Oh, I think you'd be 21 though. So
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, not quite yet. You're almost there. It's not. Yeah, you're almost there. that would either calm you down or make you angry. I'm not really sure. I'm not. I'm not really sure. Yeah. It's and it's getting late. I can't imagine a game like this would make Juan Soto want to stay per se. I mean,
Dude, no, he's thinking.
Is he planning his escape plan right now?
Oh yeah,
playing the escape
I
route?
wouldn't want to play for this team.
Okay, so
if I'm as talented as he is, I don't want to.
His agents on the phone to LA Dodgers going, "Hey man,
or did Steve Cohen with the Mets? They've also been
awful. I don't know. You think you see Juan Soto on the Mets? I
could see it.
Good luck over there. It just seems like a pit over there too.
I mean,
a pit of despair over there.
I mean, and the Yankees aren't.
Good point. Good point. Did they both get crushed by 12 runs last night, or in recent? Yeah, I think the Mets got crushed 12-something the other night. So, yeah, both New York teams not doing great. Not doing great. By any means. So let's just check these scores.
See how badly they got.
Mets did not play last night, but the night before they went down 12-1. So hey, at least the Yankees got one more run than they did. Yeah, they got crushed by the Mariners.
Awful.
They got swept by the Mariners, in fact. So
the Mariners at least
two high-priced teams.
The Mariners at least
crushed.
have the best rotation in baseball.
They do, and they just added to their offense as well. So during the trade deadline, so they're making a run at it. Yeah, these numbers are pretty awful though. Well, I'll be watching tonight. I'll be keeping tabs tonight just to see what happens.
I know I'll maybe keep tabs, but that took everything out. I'm just like what am I supposed to do? Just act like that game didn't happen?
No. I'm glad.
I can't. That's an indictment on this team.
I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to get that out.
Yeah. I needed that.
Yeah.
All right.
If not.
Oh my God.
If not, here comes the NFL. Everybody.
Oh God, the Giants. Oh.
Hey, they won. They played good. I mean, first preseason game.
In preseason.
The Detroit Lions, who they
only
shared practices with, got a little chippy over the last couple weeks. But it's preseason, doesn't count. But they play with a little more intensity. Did you catch the game?
I watched the parts that I kind of wanted to watch.
Okay.
I just wanted that when you watch preseason, you basically just look for a set number of players.
Sure.
And I was interested to see Drew Lock, and I was interested to see Malik Neighbors. Okay. One of which I was impressed with. The other I was very much not.
Okay.
Neighbors was basically open on every single play, but Drew Lock, the guy who I've advocated to be the starter for this team, never threw to him once, and threw what can only be described as a moronic interception.
Yes.
Throwing in the double coverage.
Their third series? Yes.
Yeah. It's
kind of chucked
God awful.
Chucked up the middle.
God awful.
Yeah. Drew Lock, 4 for 10, 17 yards, 1 interception. And then Tommy Cutlets came in. Did a little better.
No, if Tommy Cutlets is the starter for this team, I'll be fine. It's at least it's funny. At least there's a fun little meme. Like if he plays well, like last year with Tommy Cutlets.
Yes.
I mean, that was good.
It was entertaining. I don't know if I would call it good.
I genuinely enjoyed that. It was.
I mean, in a year where you're just grasping for anything, yes.
I mean, the Tommy DeVito, did that game against the Packers where he beat Jordan Love, who's now the third highest paid quarterback in the NFL or something.
Yeah.
On primetime, something that Daniel Jones has never really done, winning a home game on primetime.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I think statistically that's never happened. Daniel Jones has never won a home game on primetime. And Tommy DeVito did that in his one
Oh man,
opportunity.
wait,
Primetime.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting stat.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay.
That's how bad it is.
Yes, I see that. Giants 155 yards rushing though.
I'm not putting anything in there. Like Eric Gray looked good, but like any fan who takes
2 rushing touchdowns.
like I take preseason seriously when I want to take it seriously. Eric Gray is not going to see any serious reps on this team. He's probably RB3 at best behind Singletary and Tracy. And Daniel Jones is going to be running the ball too. So although that depending on how his knee holds up, but Daniel Jones is going to be running the ball too. So the Eric Gray is not going to be getting really any touches.
Yeah. With that in mind, 155 yards rushing. Did you see anything good in the offensive line? The hopefully improved.
We didn't see the starting five, so
right,
I'm not
true.
gonna.
Okay, you're not gonna put any weight in
I'm not putting anything into our second stringers playing against their third stringers or whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not putting much of anything into this.
Fair enough.
Other than Malik Neighbors was wide open on every single snap.
Right, and nothing. All right, that's good. So they have someone to throw to.
Yeah,
Daniel
I'm not. Yeah, like it's preseason, and the important thing is just keeping people healthy, which the Giants are already kind of failing to do. Neighbors rolled up his ankle. He's probably not going to play on Saturday in Houston.
Right.
So, although Daniel Jones will.
Yes, get a good look at him.
See how bad he looks.
Already you're expecting.
One thing I mean, what else am I supposed to expect?
Okay. I mean, hopefully he doesn't look that bad.
He looked good in preseason last year too.
Yeah.
And
okay.
he looked terrible in the regular season.
Okay. Good point. So yes, of course these games mean nothing, but yeah, you get a good look at individual performances.
Yeah, like that's all.
Maybe
I look for,
of what's to come.
That's all I look for, just rookies.
Maybe.
And all that.
Yeah.
I don't care about how anybody else looks. I just want to see rookies.
Right.
Like rookies and new additions.
Yeah.
Names that I haven't heard.
Yeah. Well, on the bright side, none of the players on the Giants are requesting a trade. Right?
Oh my God!
Right?
Oh, dude, that is one of.
Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
That is one of
Hassan Reddick, New York Jets, coming over from the Eagles, expected to make an impact, expected to be a team player for the New York Jets. They just can't. They can't have anything nice. I guess they just can't have anything nice. Now has now reported requesting a trade, contract renegotiation. I don't know what. He's yeah. I love seeing these pop up in football. It's like I want more money. I'm awesome. I'm not going to show up until you pay me or trade me so I can make more money or extend me. Yeah. Although I imagine he signed with the Jets in good faith, right? And he would, yeah.
It's the Jets. To be fair, dude.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like, who in their right mind, like, what smart football player would ever look at the Jets and think, you know what?
I'm going to go play over there.
That's where I want to be.
I'm going to give it my all over there because they'll give me their all because they're the Jets.
Like, that is one of the funnier headlines I've read. When I was leaving to play golf yesterday, yes. I looked at my PC on my screen. I had Twitter open, and I saw from Adam Schefter, Hassan Reddick has formally requested a trade from the New York Jets. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, and now what I love is that the Jets fired back, publicly posting on Twitter a statement from the GM. We have informed Hassan that we will not trade him, that he is expected to be here with his teammates, and that he will continue to be fined per the CBA if he does not report. Since the trade discussions back in March, we've been clear, direct, and consistent with our position. Our focus will remain on the guys we have here as we prepare for the regular season. You had a tweet.
The PR department.
You tweet.
A graphic design artist.
Yes, had to make
Put that together.
Yes.
Open Photoshop and put that together.
Yes. Yes. And they had to post it so everybody could see it. Basically apologizing to their fan base and admitting that they screwed up, basically. If you're reading between the lines here.
Well, not like admitting that they screwed up. The Jets will never admit that they screwed up.
No. I mean, not in those in those words.
They're publicly calling out Hassan Reddick via the brand.
Your own player, mind you. This is how bad it got, though, that they couldn't handle it privately. Because I guess he won't return their calls. So, yeah.
Although,
it's like a mad girlfriend who won't return your calls.
Although, who wants to play for the Jets, though?
Nobody. But, well, he knew what he was getting into, right?
He got traded there.
Good point. So, yeah, now he's... Yeah, good point. How does this end up? What happens?
Not going to end well for the Jets, that's for sure.
Okay.
Either he gets traded or he gets... and he kills it. Or he ends up signing an extension with the Jets and he sucks or gets injured.
Right.
That's how this goes. They're the Jets.
That's how it's always gone. It's almost like a script at this point. So yeah, I guess so far the fines have added up to almost $1 million, and I think he forfeited a $250,000 some kind of preseason bonus. So yeah, he's losing money every day.
It's not about money to him.
No, it's principle and getting off that god awful team. Yes, I realize this. It's a lot of drama already, though. Season hasn't even begun.
He hasn't played a single snap.
Not one down.
He already wants to get the hell out of there.
Not one down. I almost feel bad, but it's the Jets.
It's just funny. Like
the
stuff.
It's funny because it's not us.
It's funny, but because it's the Jets. If this happened to like the Arizona Cardinals,
sure, it's like, all right, well,
I'd be like, whatever.
Well,
but
sucks to be them.
Since it's the Jets, it's funnier.
It's way funnier.
It's not just funny; it's hilarious.
It's so hilarious. It can't be any more hilarious.
The New York Jets.
New York Jets. Well, good luck, everybody. And J.J. McCarthy. Former torn meniscus in his right knee already.
That sucks. That's just genuinely sad to see a rookie quarterback.
Yes, I mean, were there discussions that he may have been heading to the Meadowlands at one point?
I was terrified that I didn't want him drafted.
I remember.
I didn't want him drafted.
I remember.
Well, I was definitely afraid of him getting drafted
again
to the Giants.
Your inner GM was right.
And not usually, but
he's gonna be undergoing surgery. I feel a little bad for the Vikings, but it's the Vikings.
I feel bad for. I don't know if he would have seen time this year anyway.
It depends on how things were gonna shake out. Yes, but yeah, the meniscus we either trim or completely repaired. That is a long recovery. So. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the newswire. I was like, ooh. Yeah. So actually, so the main point of this is to tell you, Cameron, that no matter how bad you think you have it, they're usually it's worse for somebody else, except for maybe the Yankees after last night. I can't think of it. I can't make. There's no scenario I can think of that would make you feel better in that case. Yeah.
I don't know. This video blowing up.
Yes, that, yeah.
We gotta talk about this.
Yes.
Okay. Back
Jaron
to
Duran,
baseball.
2024 All-Star MVP. Jaron Duran hit a go-ahead 2-run homer in the All-Star game. Suspended for yelling an anti-gay slur at a fan.
More specifically, the F slur.
The F slur, yes, as I understand it. The double F slur, as I think I read between the lines. So, yeah, I guess he's been heckled all game by a fan who told him to bring up a tennis racket to the plate to make him hit better, and I guess he lost it, and yelled a anti-gay slur at him. At this is at Fenway Park, I imagine. So, yes, it was Fenway Park, where historically a lot of racial and anti-gay epithets,
homophobic,
homophobic,
anti-Semitic,
has usually
just
been
every form of bigotry and
slur,
prejudice.
every slur you can imagine.
Every form
has been uttered at Fenway Park. Why? Because it's Boston.
If there is an ethnic group to be marginalized,
they've marginalized it, and then some.
Yeah.
In that town of Boston,
especially at that stadium.
At that stadium, yeah. Things don't really change there. This time it was a player who uttered the anti-gay slur.
It doesn't shock me. Just look at his uniform. He looks like the type of guy who is a little too free and easy with what he says.
Yeah.
He looks like he was in a frat in college.
Like the worst frat. Yeah, like the one that always got in trouble. But since he was an athlete, he got away with everything. That's what it looks like, for sure.
I mean, the Orioles are a team of frat boys, if you look at them.
They look like all white dudes. They all look the same.
They're all blonde.
Yeah, and they're all hitting bombs, too, so I can't. They're playing pretty well. They're all pretty well. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I've seen heckling at stadiums.
It's never gone.
Almost every time the player ignores it, because you're gonna get heckled every game, unless you're playing. Even if you're playing well, the times that you're not, if you strike out once, you're gonna get heckled. Depending on where you are, Yankee fans are not shy and letting their own players.
We hate our own players
when they're not performing. Yes.
Well, that's what happens when the franchise with the highest standard in sports doesn't win a championship for 15 years.
Or loses to 10 runs against the worst team in baseball. Yeah.
Oh my God! If that happened at Yankee Stadium,
yeah,
I think I would have exploded. If I were at a game where the Yankees lost by 10 to the White Sox at Yankee Stadium, when this happens a lot during hockey games when fans throw their sweaters onto the ice.
Sure. In an act of hey, I'm not a fan anymore. Yeah, or I'm embarrassed to wear this. Defiance.
It's like I cannot be seen wearing this in public.
Yes, especially here.
My jersey would be off my back and on
the
field.
And then they throw their $300 jersey on the ice, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah,
hockey jerseys are expensive. Is it like the authentic ones?
Yeah, that's why I tried to buy a knockoff, and it didn't work out for me. I got an orange Devils jersey now.
Yeah, in that lighting, it looks more red than orange. But
I think in any lighting, especially the very bright lights at Prudential Center, I'm going to stand out in whatever section I'm going to be sitting in. You'll be able to pick me out on TV in that little dot. Yeah, I might wear that next year though, just to see how bad.
Shits and giggles.
Yes, for sure. But for the most part, I've seen players keep their cool. They know they're going to get heckled, and but in this case, yeah, he lost it, and he was on mic too. He got caught on mic.
Oh yeah,
got caught on mic. By the way,
yeah, sort of hot mic'd.
Yeah, very loudly uttering an anti-gay slur. Has apologized since, but it's the usual PR put together apology.
Yeah.
Suspended 2 games by the Red Sox, so they took it upon themselves in a show of PR. To suspend him without pay for 2 games.
Boston Red Sox, a franchise and fan base that really cares about
diversity,
and
inclusion
and bigotry.
Yes, keeping their cool and not yelling such things.
Adam Jones got it bad.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah,
like when he was on the Orioles.
Yeah,
dude, that
really
was.
Bad. And he talked about it, but I mean, to my knowledge, he never yelled back at any slurs back at the fans. So,
yeah.
So, the slurs audible on the Nesson broadcaster in the 6th inning of Boston's.
Oh my God! Imagine being that producer, like in that room of a bunch of people, just having that caught on your airwaves on a hot mic on your station, and being the producer, you're the one who's gonna get chewed out.
Yes.
By whatever executive.
Yeah.
That you answer to.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if that's if this is all they do, then so be it. I can't imagine him going out of his way to.
Listen to how extra this apology is.
Okay.
During tonight's game, I used a truly horrific word when responding to a fan. I feel awful knowing how many people I offended and disappointed. I apologize to the entire Red Sox organization, but more importantly to the entire LGBTQ community.
All of them.
Our young fans are supposed to be able to look up to me as a role model, but tonight I fell far short of that responsibility. I will use this opportunity to educate myself and my teammates and to grow as a person.
Okay.
Dude, he did not mean a lick of that.
Not only did I mean it, he didn't write a word of this.
No chance. That was thrown like ChatGPT or something.
Right. Does he even know what the word, like, does he even know what these words mean? Like, yeah.
Dude, he's hot and he's an athlete. He hasn't had to think in his life.
Right. There's no chance he wrote a lick of this. So it's so thin. It's like there's no way. But yeah.
Athletes don't know how to use words.
No. Well, he need to use that word, unfortunately.
Of course he
the only word he knows how to use. The only word he knows how to use. Well, wait, so how bad does a heckling go from this point on? Because they're going to try to goad him now.
Oh, dude, it's going to get... Oh, no, you're going to see... Oh, my
Sign?
God. Wait, no.
We're going to see signs?
No. If the Red Sox come, the Yankees say, hold up. I might think about doing this. If I'm back on campus...
Okay, you go to a game.
And I go to a Yankee Red Sox game, every time Jaron Duran comes, I'm going to bring a pride flag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna bring a pride flag and then hold it up.
Yeah.
Every time, where he can see it.
Right.
Where he can see it. And you're gonna have a bunch of Yankee fans and other fans just holding up pride flags or all the flags, the trans flags, the bi flag.
Yeah. Every color of the rainbow flag will be represented.
Like all the flags.
I would like to see that.
There's a bunch of them now, but like which I love. I love the Cameron Woolley Show as a proud supporter to trans rights.
Yes,
yes,
we would never utter anything close to what Jaron Duran said, and we will never have to apologize to the entire LGBTQ community because we love you all. So
yes.
Yeah. Also, this apology. Too many words, man. He could have just stopped it.
He should have been like. Also, the wording is so extra. Truly horrific.
Truly horrific. Yeah.
It's like it's one sentence. It's like a real apology is like, hey, I know I got caught on a hot mic.
Yeah.
I responded to a fan and I said...
I lost my cool.
I lost my cool. I got angry. I said a word that I shouldn't have said. Yep. I understand how this could be offensive. I'll do better in the future. That's it. That's it. That's all you have to do.
And I've donated...
That's genuine.
$10,000 to LGBTQ causes or a charity or something. That's a good...
If you donate, a bunch of people can just say it's a tax write-off.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Still, it's a gesture. $10,000 is not it.
It's a gesture.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. No chance he does that. Yeah, or he goes and talks to kids or something.
Or you could, is an issue. You could go to pay for a trans kid's college or something.
Oh yeah, or
bring like a trans kid who.
Yeah.
That there's got to be somebody,
right?
Especially in the Boston, New England area.
Yeah.
Who came out to their parents.
Yes.
And
support them.
And their parents didn't
accept it,
don't like it, don't accept it, and they said, "Okay, we're not paying for your school."
Yeah.
And then Jaron Duran can find that person.
Right.
And
I'm paying your tuition for a year.
And no, their entire college education, including grad school if they so wish.
Wow. Okay.
He's a major league player. Dude.
Yeah.
That's a.
Yeah, he got the All-Star bonus. Yeah, he got a couple bucks. Yes. Yeah, good.
That's a gesture.
That's a genuine apology.
Start a foundation.
Yeah, start a foundation. The Jaron Duran Foundation.
The Jaron Duran Foundation for marginalized...
Or just acceptance and inclusivity. You could just title it for that.
The Jaron Duran Foundation for marginalized and disenfranchised children of the LGBTQ community. That's a good one.
That's a real apology.
That's a good one, yeah.
Not this
actions.
This cockamamie statement that not one person believes. Yeah. And meanwhile, the tennis racket guy's just laughing to himself. He got to him.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
to him. Got to, and I mean, I imagine he didn't get banned from the park. He didn't do anything wrong. So,
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be back heckling him.
Yelling at Joe West. I
Yeah.
didn't get kicked out when I did that.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't get kicked out when I booed Sonny Gray.
yeah. Well, both of them deserved it that night. Joe West deserved it every time he was behind the plate or on that field. Cowboy Joe West. His cowboy albums. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I had to bring that to light for sure. End of the Olympics. Did you catch any events?
I caught the
Watch a little track and field, like passive.
I caught
that was cool.
basketball.
Yeah.
I made sure to catch USA versus France.
Okay.
Dude, Steph Curry dropping like
Turned it on, man.
I think in four straight 3-pointers.
Yeah.
In the final 5 minutes, and I remember the timeout before that, we were only up 4, like 3 or something. I made a tweet that said, I said, dude, we're a team of superstars and Hall of Famers, and we're like France. They fundamentally looked better.
Yeah.
We were just out talenting them.
Yeah.
Like Dembele posting up LeBron on that dunk, like that, it was getting bad.
Yeah.
Like we were getting to the point where it's like, okay, we gotta.
Something's gonna happen.
It was getting to the point where it's like, okay, we gotta end the American experiment. This country's not lasting after this.
Yeah, but if you want someone to be clutch and start raining down threes, he's calling Steph Curry.
And Steph Curry, who did so much in the semifinal against Serbia, where we were down and going into the fourth quarter. He delivered, and then where he just dropped 3 after 3 after 3. He couldn't miss.
Yeah.
And that last shot, like the dagger, we were already up by a bit. If he hit that 3, it was over. He pulls up on the right side. To his left, on the opposite side of the floor, he sees LeBron James, who many believe to be the greatest player to ever put on shoes and set foot on a basketball court.
There are many debates.
I personally disagree, but
so do I. But he's
close.
close.
He's on Mount Rushmore
for sure.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time. Both of them wide open.
Yeah.
Steph, double covered, decides to take the shot, falling away, and it almost hung for like 3 seconds, and it fell in. And then he did his signature, the sleep.
Yep. Yeah.
Selly, and oh my god, that was. I was watching in my room when he hit that 3. I was like, ah!
Still got it. Still got it.
And I saw a tweet where it was. There are multiple things ridiculous about this. 1, Bron and Katie are wide open on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
2, the guy taking the shot is the only guy on earth where it's perfectly acceptable to not pass to any of those two when they're wide
That's
open.
the one guy right now, yes. And it worked.
Dude, he's the greatest shooter ever. Like, can we... Steph has done a lot of clutch things in his career. Winning NBA championships, MVPs, finals MVP, countless playoff games, and finding his way into millions of people's nightmares with what he's done. That is one of his career highlights. That is one of the clutchest things he's done in his career. His nation's pride.
Hanging in the balance.
Carrying on him. And he just full auto. Full auto. He's the one guy who should be taking the shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's on the court. LeBron, Katie, Embiid, Anthony Edwards. Does not matter who's on that floor. Like Jason Tatum, whoever. He's the only one who should have been taking those shots, and he was.
Yeah.
And he saved that team, this sport, and quite frankly, this country.
Yeah.
From a ton of embarrassment. A country that has dealt with a ton of embarrassment in the last few months. Just going and like just in general, election year and all that.
Yeah.
But Steph Curry, I don't care how extra this sounds, but he with that, he kind of reminded the world what America is really capable of.
Yeah.
That there's still some gold standard of American excellence still out there.
Yes.
And it came in the form of Steph Curry not missing a single shot no matter where he took it from.
I love it. Thus proving that they're world champions.
Yes.
Okay.
So Noah Lyles be damned.
No,
and hey, respect to him for taking the gold medal in the 100 meters.
Oh, yeah. Fastest man alive right now, yes. But barely. Barely.
Well, I got to tell you, since Bolt retired, I don't care about watching sprinting.
Yeah. He was
the other events I don't really care that much about. Like, I don't even care that much about gymnastics, even though Simone Biles is the best to ever do it.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't even catch that much of swimming with Katie Ledecky.
Yeah.
Still.
She did good. What do you think about this bronze kerfluffle?
I haven't heard about
Jordan
this.
Well, they're trying to take it back from her. I guess she did her routine. I guess there's a rule within a minute you can appeal to the judges to relook at it and see if they scored it properly. Then they gave her some points back, which gave her the bronze. Then they went back and looked at some of the other performances and then found out they were better. So basically, they're trying to take the bronze medal back from her. They awarded it to her, though.
No. What?
I ain't giving it back. No way, man.
Why?
Yeah, no, it's just that was just
okay, but
scoring human errors. Yeah,
I would go into conspiracy theory mode and think that if this was a gold medal, they were put up to it by like
but it's just a bronze.
I'd say the Olympic Committee was put up to it by like the Chinese government or something to break that deadlock.
Right, but there were no Chinese anywhere in this argument here, so like, but yeah, maybe to make them look bad, yeah. So this is just bad judging. It's bad judging. Bad judging.
Yeah.
And now
what?
Yeah. So now they're giving the medal back to the Romanian, but they're trying to physically take it back from her.
What?
Not giving it back.
No, you're not giving it back.
No,
she won the medal.
Yeah. By the way, I had forgotten about this, but in most countries, when you win a medal, you get money from the government. They pay you. You get paid. Let me see.
Who knows? Maybe that Romanian is really relying on. I mean, those the rest of the world can be kind of finicky with that sometimes.
Here we go. What countries paid out for medals? So I think.
I assume the U.S. government pays.
Okay, so
a lot, or the
in the U.S. If you win a gold medal, you get $37,500.
That's it?
It's not chump change, though.
It's not chump change, but you're the best athlete in the world.
Yeah, I didn't know they got anything, though. But the government was like, hey, here's some incentive, man.
What?
If you win silver, you get $22,500. Bronze, $15,000. Now, if you're in France, though, you get paid, I think in France and other countries. Here we go. Hong Kong, you win a gold medal. $768,000. So you're almost a millionaire.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Singapore, $745,000. I mean, that would give me some incentive.
Yeah.
To win. And France, 4 gold. Yeah, France is up there. They're up there. But yeah, like imagine, you win a gold, 1 gold, you're almost a millionaire. That's pretty sweet. So with that in mind, Jordan Lyles out $15,000 for it, or is she? I don't know. If they take back the medal, do you still get paid? If you lose on a technicality,
you should still get paid.
Okay.
I mean, just in a show of good faith.
Or Jordan Child, not Jordan Lyles. Jordan Child
from the U.S.
Yeah. You know who's not getting any money. It's the Australian breakdancer. So.
Oh my God! Why was there breakdancing at the Olympics?
I don't know. What are they? I guess every year they pilot test a couple things.
Sense. I don't.
Wait a minute. So we have breakdance. We don't have baseball. What happened to baseball?
It's coming back in 2020. No, you know what's really going to be fun? The
What?
Olympics. Flag football.
They're doing flag football?
Yeah. And there are a couple of NFL players who are saying that, like Tyreek Hill's going to do it.
Dude,
Dude, Tyreek Hill's going to be lining up against some like Lithuanian warehouse manager.
So wait, if I don't have to worry about getting tackled, like theoretically, we could play if we were good enough.
I run
Right?
like
Will size matter?
I run in slow motion and like a muppet, dude. I'm not doing
Like
that.
in flag, like what is the like offensive defensive line protocol? Are you allowed to go all out there?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what it is like in a
if the quarterback has infinite time, then
right. How do you rush?
if you're an NFL quarterback and there's no pass rush, there's no reason to have Patrick Mahomes be the quarterback and have Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson be the receivers.
Right. But if I don't
and then you have Jamar Chase coming off the bench.
Right. Oh, can we stack the U.S. flag football team with NFL players?
Please.
I would watch it in a heartbeat.
I want to do that.
I would watch it in a
God.
heartbeat. And they can't tackle each other. You don't have to worry about injuries or anything.
I mean,
they pulled hamstrings or whatever, but
you
still.
can.
Or, maybe you leap up for a ball. You don't have to worry about getting creamed, though. More importantly.
Depending on what type of field they're playing on.
Right. Oh, man. Okay. So why are we doing that instead of freaking breakdancing?
Dude, flag football, it's going to be so good. Because Tyreek Hill wants to play for the U.S.
Yes. I don't blame him.
Just put Mahomes at quarterback.
Who's on your USA flag football dream team? All right, Mahomes at QB, yes.
Quarterback Mahomes, obviously.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson for sure. Josh Allen, backup QB.
And Jamar Chase as your two receivers. You have Tyreek Hill's fast. You can make Tyreek Hill the slot receiver.
Yes,
yeah. Your running back is that's kind of tough. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You make Christian McCaffrey your running back.
Right.
Off the bench, Josh Allen's your backup quarterback.
Sure, yeah.
Your receivers coming off the bench. I don't know,
who's the dude from the Colts who was injured all last year? I can't remember his freaking names. He didn't play last year.
Anthony Richardson? Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor, Jonathan Taylor.
You have Derrick Henry. Although Derrick Henry wouldn't be as effective in flag football. Yeah. So you just need to be fast.
Right. But that's pretty good.
And to just make off the bench your receivers like Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting a bunch of elite receivers right now.
Who would be their toughest competition? I guess the Canadians, maybe? Like
Canada, maybe? I don't know. Maybe.
Australia? Maybe they put some rugby guys in? I don't know.
You got some some dual national shenanigans.
Yeah.
Maybe Daniel Jones commits for Croatia or something, and
the Netherlands from Ruben players or man, I would watch that. If there was an NFL,
the US would.
It would be the new dream team.
Yeah, it would be. It would be the modern equivalent of the dream team.
Yeah, it's summer, so they don't have to worry about.
Thing that sucks is that baseball. It's right in the middle of baseball season,
right?
So we can't. Although we have the World Baseball Classic, for
right?
That.
Yeah.
And I'm still kind of pissed that the U.S. and the U.S. players still kind of pulling punches.
Yeah.
It's we made it to the final, and Japan was sweating.
Right.
That tournament, and we had a pretty good. We had Mike Trout on that team. But we didn't try.
Right.
In the starting rotation, we didn't put Garrett Cole.
No.
And Jacob DeGrom.
No, yeah.
And Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer out there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the other teams didn't want to blow their arms out before the regular season. I guess.
We didn't have Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, and Mike Trout patrolling the outfield.
Yeah. But, oh, man, a dream team of NFL players playing flag.
Dude, that team would win by 200 points.
Right. For their country.
There'd be a mercy rule. There'd have to be a mercy rule.
What would you place a mercy rule at? Like 70, like
70.
10 touchdowns?
Yeah, 70 points.
touchdowns.
70 points
That's
is the mercy
reasonable.
rule. They'd hit that by
halftime.
They'd hit that by before halftime.
Before halftime.
Every possession. And not to mention on defense, you'd have your corners would be Sauce Gardner and like oh God, dude. I'm gapping on so many players right now. But you'd have Sauce Gardner and like the other amazing shutdown corner in the NFL. Like you'd have the best corners in the league.
Yep.
You'd have your safeties would be cracked.
And not only that, all they do is worry about just coverage. They don't have to worry about tackling.
They have to worry about covering.
Yeah, just gotta grab the flag. One flag, and you're down. I think they should make it if you play the USA. It's gotta be both of them. like they get handicapped. Man, I didn't hear about this. That's awesome.
The U.S. is only allowed to have one defensive back.
Yeah, that's awesome. If that, they should just do it. Imagine. Like the merchandise they would sell, like the prestige.
I would get a Tyreek Hill Team USA jersey fast.
Yeah. And not only that, listen, it's the Olympics, right? You put your best out there, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
that's your best.
That's your best. Bet the best for pride and country, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, dude, you know what I can't wait for the next Winter Olympics. NHL players. Oh, the U.S. You're gonna have all the Hughes brothers.
Yes.
Jack is gonna be like the second line center. Yep. Quinn's gonna be the top flight defenseman. Luke, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Depending on how he develops in the next couple years, but you're probably gonna have Luke there. Not to mention like Matthew Tkachuk and the line that everybody says is gonna happen for the U.S. is gonna be Jack Hughes flanked by the Tkachuk brothers.
Oh.
Like the two nasty and freakishly talented Tkachuk brothers.
Right. All playing on the same line.
Not to mention Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel.
Yeah. That's all. That's
like Brock Besser, Charlie McAvoy. Just so many. And your goalies would be pretty good too. You have like Connor. Your goalie would be Connor Hellebuck. Although the Canadians are going to have the Canadians. The Canadians are going to be McDavid, Bedard, McKinnon, 1, 2, 3 down the middle.
Swedes, Russia,
the Swedes, you're going to have Jesper Bratt on the Swedes.
Yeah.
What I'm excited for, even though I'm not gonna, they're not gonna be my top team, but seeing Nico Hischier carry Switzerland.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Like Nico Hischier and Timo Meyer.
Yeah. I love it.
Putting on a show.
I love it. I'm excited for the 2028, 2026 Winter Olympics, 2028 flag football.
Yep.
Okay, done. All right, yeah. Can we just put this breakdancing to bed? So
I can't do breakdancing. They're also thinking about esports, but in typical major brand fashion, they have no idea how esports act. They're doing real sports simulation games instead of actual esports.
Okay. So there won't be
I'm just imagine how awesome an Olympic League of Legends tournament.
Oh yeah.
Like a Team USA. Although it would just be like China and South Korea competing in every single game.
Yeah.
Like China, Japan, South Korea.
Yeah, my people don't
every
sleep, man. We just game all.
Yeah, you just play. You play League. Overwatch. You'd have I know all of my friends would be locked in.
Yeah.
On the Olympic Overwatch tournament.
I remember Rocket League.
I remember the Overwatch Rocket League. The EU kind of runs that scene right now, but if there was a USA,
Brothers,
if there was Nintendo won't allow.
They won't do it.
Which that sucks. Although in Smash, the US has a lot of really. It would be the US, Mexico, and Japan.
Yeah,
would be the main three countries that would be competitive in Smash because us, we have a lot of really good players. We have like Tweak, Light. Not to mention other people who I don't have off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But you have in Mexico. The U.S. I think we have Spargo, or Spargo's Mexican. But Mexico, you have MK Leo and maybe Spargo.
Yeah.
Although Leo hasn't been Leo in years. Like, he's not as good as he once was.
Right.
In Japan, you just have amazingly good players there. It's a Nintendo game. Japan's good at it.
Yeah.
Like, Japan runs Mario Kart.
Oh,
Dude.
Olympic Mario Kart. Oh.
Dude, the Olympic sixes. I know a guy who would start for Team USA.
Yeah.
I remember for the Mario Kart, the World Cup, I think I know a guy. I've played with a guy who's on the starting lineup for the United States.
Yeah.
So, or not, maybe like a sub.
Yeah.
For us, but
yeah. All right, something to look forward to. I love it.
Oh, I'm
Other than baseball, so
I'm not looking forward to baseball after that.
yeah. Well, all right, you got it out.
Yes,
all right.
I got it out.
All right, well, great. Good luck tonight, I guess.
I don't.
Good luck
care.
tonight. Listen, it's still a tight race, so I can't.
I'm just playing.
I can't
video
extend.
games. I'm just playing video
morally,
games tonight,
morally, I
man.
can't extend my sympathies to you. The race is too tight. I would love to win the AL East again this year, but it's going to be tough, especially now with all these injuries. So
I just want to play video games tonight, and like I can't do this.
But I'm glad you texted last night.
Yeah, I had to come in here.
I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
That about wraps.
Okay.
Anyways, from Ming Chen and a Shared Universe podcast here, I am Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, and as always, stay classy, New Jersey.